Sometimes I forget as soon as I hit record that I just hit record. All right, let's make the video. Hey everyone, my name's Jason. I'm a community manager at Coffee Stain Studios, and I'm gonna make another one of these videos. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe it? I'm making another one of these videos today, folks. This week's feature video that we wanted to make about Update 8 is not coming. It's not gonna be here again. Now, there was a teaser video a few weeks ago that was delayed, and I made the whoops.mp4 video. Snit ran into technical issues and couldn't put the video together right. And then there was another week where there was no video at all, because actually that video was also delayed. And it was just kind of, you guys were just left hanging, unfortunately. Sorry about that, by the way. And this week's feature video for Update 8 is also not going to be made. So, like, what is going on? I think this is a good time for us to talk a little bit about the state of development for Update 8 and why these videos have been a little inconsistent despite being in a teaser season right now. So, development for Update 8 has been rocky. I don't know if that's been obvious, but it has been for us. It has been rocky. Now, the main issue for this right now that the game is suffering from, that's holding us back right now, is just stability issues of the game. And now there are a lot of reasons why we are where we are in the situation we're in. It's a really, really complicated constellation of issues, more than we had anticipated. And I don't really want to dive into specifics because I don't think I can fairly and meaningfully represent all the contributing factors right now. And so I don't want to I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to showcase some things more than other and present like a skewed view of what's going on. So I'm just gonna not. But the long story short is that the game currently is just more broken than we anticipated, and it's too broken to go out to you guys. And that's what we have to deal with right now. So one other thing that I thought might be good to mention is that we had an internal deadline. This was the deadline that we were aiming to release Update 8. So you have some idea of when Update 8 was planned, because I know some people were curious. It was May 9th, and that was our deadline. But that's looking fairly unlikely at this stage. It's probably delayed beyond that for sure. There's always a chance, who knows? But it will likely come after May 9th. That's probably the case. We just don't really know when. And we don't want to set any other deadlines anymore at this stage. Because right now, given what we know, any deadline that we set for ourselves or communicate to you guys would be completely meaningless and arbitrary, right? It would be based on nothing. We don't know when we're going to be done. And we don't want to put the team under that kind of stress for a date that is meaningless. And we don't want to get your hopes up for a date that is meaningless. So right now, what we're doing is we're working without a deadline at all. The only thing that matters right now are the stability issues that we're facing in the game, and we're just putting our heads down and working hard on that to get that done. That's our focus right now. And as we approach our goal of stabilizing the game, we'll have a better view of what when we can hope to finish at a later stage. And when we have that information, then we can set ourselves a new deadline, and maybe we can communicate one to you guys. So I'm pulling the curtain back a little here, right? I'm showing a little how the sausage is made. You know, devs don't talk about this too much, right? Why would I give our internal deadline and mention that we're delaying it when, like, you guys didn't even know that what the deadline was, right? But the reason is two reasons. First of all, the video that I wanted to make today can't be made in part because of these issues, these specific issues that we're running into. And I wanted to make something for you all this week because I don't like that we set a specific expectation of a teaser season with information and then just randomly not dropping videos just because we can't make it without an explanation, okay? So that's the first reason why I wanted to make this video. And the second reason is because I think being open and transparent is important with you guys. The reality is that this kind of thing happens all the time in game development, right? It's happened to us many times before. But like from the outside looking in, you don't see a lot of this, right? You probably don't notice that we're on this random ass roller coaster ride every single time we embark on an update that we're going to release. But the reality is, like, we deal with things like this all the time. This is largely not a completely unique situation in most ways. In some ways it is. Like, we're often usually like inches away from making these videos, even during the other update teaser seasons. Like, it's always been pretty close and complicated, and roadblocks have always popped up, but we've somehow overcome them every time before. It's just not really the case now. But yeah, at this stage, it's a little more obvious, I think, to you all than usual, because these issues that we're having throughout development are now affecting the community team and what videos we can make, right? And so we think that like, now's probably a good time to give a little bit of an explanation about it. So, okay, that's the state of development right now. So where do we go from here? What do we do? So internally, we're addressing a bunch of the issues that has been holding us back and affecting the overall development of Update 8, and we're working towards stabilizing the game now. We don't really know how long that's going to take, if it's going to delay 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, who knows? We have no idea how long it's going to take, but the game is just going to be ready when it's ready. We don't want to put any more unnecessary stress on the team. We want everyone to have the space they need to do what they need to do to make the update as good as it can be. This does also mean that the community team has started the teaser season a little too early. So we probably have more video slots to fill and not enough content to fill it with, not enough teasers to fill it with. So one thing that we've been thinking about is, how do we do this? Do we just keep going with the teasers as quickly as we can, get them all out of the way, and then like come up with new content later? Or should we spread the teasers out a little bit between now and Update 8 to try keep that interest going? Or should we just pause the teasers? Is it like too hard for you guys to be teased about this update when we're really not sure when it's going to come? Like it could even be months, who knows, right? Like maybe that's something you're not cool with. So right now, we kind of feel that we should just get the teasers out of the way, and we can come up with new and engaging content later as well. That'll still work. I think that's doable. But let us know what you think. What's your opinion? What would you prefer? Let us know in the comments below. Okay. Speaking of comments down below, also send some messages of support to the team, because they're all working really hard. They're fairly stressed. Obviously, things aren't where they want it to be at the moment. So if you could send some messages of support to the team in the comments below, say thanks, Coffee Stain Studios team, helps a lot. Let them know you appreciate their efforts and work. I think that's going to go a lot way to energizing them, because they're working super hard, and I think they could I think they would really appreciate it. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. We're all super excited to get Update 8 out to you in all of its glory. We're going to give it the time and the love that it needs. So smash like if you like your updates being delayed, I guess. And have a lovely weekend and a great week. I'll catch you guys next week. Take care. Bye.